Yeah, so way back at the start of this colony, Salentre was one of the very first editions. Actually, the very first edition. Chumley was a lone colonist with a naked brutality start, and they set up a cute little hut right here, which you can still see the very original bits because it doesn't really match the rest. But this was the very beginning of the colony right here, and Salentre showed up onto the map like, "Please, Chumley, I need help." And so Chumley adopted Salentre and gave Salentre a fairly decent education, and now Salentre is married to the Escalator and having their first child. As of last stream, Tiny Bolt and Kitty Cat also had a child. Kitty Cat and Tiny Bolt. Those were two raiders who we captured, converted, and recruited, and they fell in love in jail, which is kind of I think it's sweet, but also kind of sad. But they were holed up in the prison cell together, and they fell in love. And then they got married once they became colonists, and now they've had our first actual colony child, who we've called Madara. As far as other things that have been happening, I don't know. Salentre just recently became pregnant. We had a bunch of marriages. Stuff and things and stuff and things. We are up to 100. Our peak wealth was 196k. I think that was our peak wealth. Yeah, 196k. And we've had 7 colonist deaths in total, and we've played for 1 day and 21 hours, which means I need to update a command real quick. I said 196k, which means last stream we accumulated about 40,000 wealth. Oh, just sleepy. Hi there, Scarred Vulcan. Good evening to you. It is my morning time, but good evening. And hi, Drawley. Hello, hello. So goals for today are going to be sort of along the lines of building more colony. Building more colony. And I'm not really sure what to do. I've been trying to figure it out. But the more that I play, I don't know how to address the needs of such a large colony. So maybe the answer at this stage in the game isn't so much to start planning the rest of the tile, but to build a colony as if we're just trying to take up a normal size of a map, and then expand outwards from there. So, satisfy all of our needs and take up the space as needed, and then address it from there. It feels later than it is for you, 5:30 p.m., but it's been dark and overcast all day. A typical British summer filled with rain. Oh, but that sounds nice. Dark and overcast and rainy. I'll take that. It has been bright and sunny and dry for me. Bright, sunny, and dry. Hi, I'm the Lust. Yeah, big lake. It's a really, really, really big lake. I mean, we have a lot of work to do. There is a thing out in the yard. A lot of work to do, including maybe building on the lake a little bit. We can't afford to do that, and I do have a mod that lets me build on water. with tiles besides wooden tiles. Like right here, these are actually steel bridges. Some bridges with roofs for our poor tunnelers. Well, that's what I did here. That is what I did here. This is all roofed off. Hopefully. Yeah. That's all roofed off. I've still got to finish the rest of the tunnels. There's a geothermal here. Do you think I should make a box on the other side to match it? Like... I think I just H? No. Rotate. And then H. Yeah. So, like right there. What would I even put in the box? What should I put in the box? I don't know. Let's just make it. let's just build it and see what happens. Bedroom 1. Mortars. Oh, hey, that's an idea. You always feel you're most creative when it's raining. Plus, you love the sound of it on the windows and the smell of petrichor in the air. Oh, that sounds amazing. I miss it all. Oh, yes, we do have a medical emergency ongoing. I forgot wasters have a psychite dependency. We have 29 days to acquire psychite of some sort to save Cookie's life. Is the rectangle on the top an animal cam? Yep. Thanks, Lex. The camera's broken. It's broken. Good eyes. Yeah, you know how many times I've looked over, but I think I must have been seeing it when it was over here in the abyss. Good eyes, Lex. Lex is actually watching. Lex hacks. Lex hacks. What are you hacking this time, Lex? Bleep, 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 bleep. Probably something vital to the infrastructure. Yeah, Lex. Hacking things. I think we need more shelves. I think we need a bigger freezer. I think that's what we need. Lex is the one. The one. So I did actually build this with a tunnel in mind here, or a hallway. So maybe that's what we can work on first. I don't dislike everything being where it is here. Thanks for the follow! Welcome, welcome! I need to turn up the opacity so I can see this, and then copy it, copy it. And then rotate, then plop it. So that is what we should maybe update the freezer to. It's very long, not very tall. Maybe we should make it a little taller while we're at it. Yeah, maybe. Hi, Orbital! RimWorld, yay! Yeah, I totally planned on playing RimWorld today. Sure did. If you want to know what happened, Twitch betrayed me. It betrayed me and changed my title. It changed the category that I was in and forced me to play RimWorld. Actually, it was trying to say that I was gonna play Dave the Diver. Chat has spoken. Did you bonk anyone yet? You were getting food. No, actually. Everyone has been behaving themselves. Which this might be a good time. Well, hold on, let's cancel this. While everybody's building and stuff. While they're all building, let's go through our colonists. I need a reminder. So from left to right, I like to arrange my colonists by best shot to worst shot. So ranged colonists on the left, and then on the right, I like to do melee colonists from best fighter to worst melee fighter, and then non-violence on the far right. And in this case, children. So Kenna is a 59-year-old infant, fairly certain they were a raider that we converted. Really good at shooting, and I mostly... I don't know, I've just been recruiting everybody, actually. I've been recruiting as many people as possible. This is a big challenge we've got. Who am I to turn people down, right? So, Kenna is a great shot and industrious. We have Tiny Bolt, who is married to Kitty Cat. They recently had little baby Madara. The two of them were raiders, who we converted and recruited, and they fell in love in jail, and it's kind of sweet. But Tiny Bolt is our next best shot, and also the mother of Madara. And we have Spare Parts. Spare Parts was a man in black who showed up when we did not need them. That's actually two. The second man in black we've had show up randomly? It feels randomly. Feels random. But Spare Parts is a baseliner, age 36, and Night Owl, also good at shooting, which, when I think about it, yeah, you should probably be bonk here. Also great with medical, great with social. All in all, fairly good colonists. Then we have Chumlee. Chumlee was our very, very original colonist, the creator of our ideology, not a cult of unity. This was a naked brutality start. And so Chumlee is now age 34. A night owl with a great memory. Good with plants, medicine, animals, intellect, blah, 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 blah. And then there's Wit, a pigskin, age 61. A lazy pessimist. But that's alright, because they take care of the animals. And then there's Salentre. Salentre was our second colonist ever brought into the colony. Salentre was a child when she arrived here, and Chumlee raised her. Now she is 20 years old and is excellent in construction, has great memory, is nimble and kind. Then there's Kitty Cat, a professional gamer. Age 46, jealous, chemical interest in slowpoke, likes crafting, likes building. Then there's Cookie. I think Cookie is our most recent recruit. Our first waster. I know that. A slothful pyromaniac. I just kind of wanted to recruit a waster. We're a diverse colony, you know? But Cookie is currently suffering from life-threatening psychite dependency. I don't have any psychite in the colony, so we have a few days left to save them. Simply put. Age 28, so plenty of time to develop skills. And there's Architect of Tears. Very good with melee. Also has a hammer and likes to bonk. You have a bonk hammer. A night owl, steadfast, an undergrounder, and psychically dull. Decent with animals because of being an Itakian, and age 66. Then we have Tongle. Kind and psychically sensitive, age 58. Has control of this plasma sword. Namar, the Persona Plasma Sword. And it's a fun one. It's a murmuring plasma sword. A muttering plasma sword. Madly muttering. So, Tongle and Namar have plenty of fun times together, I'm sure. And then there's Spare Pants. We have Spare Parts and Spare Pants. It's not at all confusing. Spare Pants is Neanderthal, age 27. Lazy, jealous, and gay. Good with animals. Good with melee. And there's the escalator, age 25. One jealous. No, not 2 days in a row. One trait, jealous. But that's okay. They're a really good miner. Then we have Kitty. Age 47, also an attacking. Kind, pessimist, and psychically dull. Decent with animals, plants, and art. And then we have Meep. Another Neanderthal, age 26. Despite being a Neanderthal, Meep is really good at social and enjoys it a lot, and is decent with crafting, and she's kind. Then we've got Progenitor, 40 years old and another Impid. Progenitor is a psychopath and a fast walker. Decent with intellect and crafting. And then we've got Rico Baku, our worst fighter. Rico is an undergroundly, sickly, and delicate, but is really good at cooking and crafting and medical. And then we have baby Madara. They don't do anything besides be a baby. So Rico's been tricky because Impids, I have learned, already have weak immunity with slow healing as part of their xenotype. And then Rico themselves is sickly and delicate. So Rico's almost died a number of times to illness. Grumble, grumble, stab someone. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Spare pants will absolutely starch anyone that makes fun of their name. I might call them square pants a couple of times, but you know, aside from that. And the escalator's in a work frenzy. I like this floor a lot. I think it looks really cool, especially when you zoom out. I like how ripply it looks. I'm feeling like we should probably just replace the whole floor. Because look at the difference in beauty. These tiles count as 2 beauty, whereas just the regular rough stone is -1. Smooth floors are also 2, so we could smooth them as well. I'm currently just building over all the sand because we have really sandy floors. And sandy floors are not very good for walking. Rico Baku is one of those characters that died of natural causes. If you run out of Glitter World medicine, yes, it's happened. Well, no. Rico hasn't died a few times. Rico has almost died a few times. Almost. Do, 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 do. Yeah, the Glitter World medicine has been essential for keeping Rico alive. Let's see. I want to put bionics in here. Bionics don't have to be refrigerated, right? Bionic? Bionics. Advanced bionics? Important? What are these? These shelves are also labeled important. How about we make this one preferred, and then I can also tell it to store medicine, but they'll default to storing medicine on the other shelves. I gotta sneeze. I hear you, Emmy. I hear you making weird noises. I don't know if you can hear her, but this is her new thing, is squeaking. It's not even squeaking, it's like just making weird, grunty, squeaky noises. Pay attention to me, human. I need attention. Right? Meow. Do, do, do. Oh, Salentre. Salentre picked her up and put her on his chest and then put his hat on her head, and she's really cute. Oh, Emmy. I can hear Kuma underneath me. He's under my desk and I just hear... I don't know if you can hear this. Hold on. I'll check. Yeah, okay, you can. So that's just what I hear. It's his tail smacking into the wall. Picture or it didn't happen. Hi, Kenna, and hello, little goth. Welcome in. Hope you are both well. Slender did not take a picture. I took a picture recently of a similar thing. What am I doing with this underground power conduit? I'm just gonna delete it. I'm not sure. That's not a bad spot for a mortar room, actually. I think that's good thinking. Let's go with that. It's far easier. I mean, okay, so let me see if I can find that picture. Hi, Darth Pixaris. How are you doing? An eclipse? No problem. Here's Emmy with a hat. Emmy with hat. This is not from today. Just the last time Emmy had a hat on. Side view of Emmy with hat. An eclipse sounds like you need to turn around. Bright eyes. Sure. Sure, sounds good. Sounds good to me. Maybe. La 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 la. Fancy pupper is fancy. She is a fancy pupper. She's so fancy. I'm trying to... I know there's an extra fire foam popper somewhere. Maybe not. But that's only if it's a total eclipse of the heart. I'm trying to think if I know your reference here. I think for the time being, I'll just center this mortar in this room. I've got two up here, but that's probably a better spot for them for the time being. Oh, Wild Bill. Somebody should be cleaning. I don't... Oh, that's because I set Cookie to be the cleaner, and then Cookie is, like, not alive right now. Okay. Architect of Tears has been promoted to janitor. What song is this? Lil Goth and Voodoo Lilium are having a duet in chat. How do I know this song? I don't know! Hi Bamish! Did I ever beat Dave the Diver? No. No spoilers, but did I? No. I failed you all. And was distracted by side quests. Maybe I should make these small shelves, now that I think about it. Funk. Funk. There's still time. Maybe next week. Maybe this week. But not today. Twitch lied and said I was gonna play Dave the Diver today. But no. You blame yourself. You like that the shelves get bonked into place? Bonk. a masterwork small marble shelf. It's beautiful. The power's out. How can the power be out? Good time zone, Reza! Hello to you! Because it's an eclipse. So, I still have geothermal generators. 3 of them, in fact. I think the sun lamps might have been... Are they running? They are running. It's the middle of the day and the sun lamps are on. I see. So I am doing well. I'm a little bit tired because we had lots of power outages last night, and the power outages were disturbing my sleep schedule. My sleep schedule. It reminds me of when you put together an 80s playlist on Spotify. Underground power conduits. Did they miss one? Nope, it's already built. You didn't sleep last night? You didn't sleep well last night, but that's insomnia for you. I think I just got woken up a bunch. Why would a power outage affect sleep? Because we have hue lights, which are like the smart lights basically. And every time the power went out and then came back, it turned on all the lights in the house. Yeah, it was very bright. It didn't wake me up, but it woke up Solentre, and I think him being awake disturbed my sleep. So now I'm like, disturbed sleep times 3. Oh my gosh. There's a Timberwolf on the map. We could tame that, you know. It's advanced trainability. Is this Timberwolf about to lose to a turtle? It totally did. It lost to a turtle. Go, turtle, go. Go, turtle, go. Go. Turtle, go. So I want to test this out. Wit's an okay doctor? Oh, you know what else we should do? We should probably set all of our doctors to carry medicine. I don't remember how to do that. Oh, here we go. Who are the doctors? I guess the better question is, who are not doctors? Kitty and Meep. And Squarepants. Kitty and Meep. Kitty, Meep. Kitty and Meep. Kitty... I mean, maybe everyone should still carry medicine regardless. Some people need lights or fans to help them sleep. Also, some things have an annoying beep when turned on. Beep! There's a Ninja Turtle. So, yeah, apparently there is a very small chance of an animal becoming bonded, a wild animal bonding to your colonists if you treat them in the wild. So Wit is not a great doctor, but Wit is good at animal handling, so... like, if said Timberwolf did happen to become bonded to Wit, like, it wouldn't be a bad match. And also, this is a good way to train medical skill. Where is the... there. Wait, this doesn't count? Oh no, it goes up in increments, right. It's not significant, but it's not insignificant. Okay, we patched you up. The reason why is because this is an animal that has advanced chain ability, which means it will haul things for us around the base. Those are donkeys and also muffalos. Yeah, so all the lights kept turning on and stuff. At one point I woke up in the middle of the night and was like, Slentre, why is it so bright in here? And he was like, because all the lights turned on again. I was just out of it, I didn't even realize. I guess tables and things have to move too. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. I suppose I'll put it... let me move this cow bed. Let me move all 4 of these cow beds. I intend on having doors and things be in this location, so... this would be a decent spot for a table. Nope. Once things are built. Maybe not right now, but once they're built, it'll be good. We're gonna have to move the barn, too. Somewhere. You gotta cut the electricity to the house. No current, no sudden resets, but then there's no air conditioning. And, like, it's hot. It's hot here. There's, like, we had no airflow because all the filters were dead. Like the air filters and the ceiling fans that just push air around were dead, and then there was no AC either. So it was just like hot. Hot. Just 2 humans and a cat and 2 dogs just sitting in a 10 by 10 room. Generating body heat. Hot. I'm sure that didn't help either. Oh, Devil Strand. Devil Strand, Devil Strand. I feel like we should make some chairs. So that way these tables can be of use. But I can't make them out of stone. The only seats that I can make out of stone are stools. Also, I forgot. Yesterday, remember I said, remind me to move my camera back over because I was over here for RimWorld and I scooted myself to the side for Dave. Dave the Diver. Let's mine all this out. Oh, I'm so excited to be making these changes to the base. I'm very excited for it. Wait, should I have built this out of marble? Yeah, but I'll make it out of granite. We'll do granite. It's fine. How do I always have so many textiles? Oh no! There's so much flu! The baby's got the flu. The baby. I feel like that's not good. And Rico's got the flu too. Rico, you're gonna die. And Ken has got the flu. It's always the impids. Arctic Circle to the rescue. I don't think so. See, look at Rico. Sick. I've got Rico set to Glitter World Medicine, but also self-tend, so... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We need some components. Whoa! Did somebody ask for pants? Because we got a lot of pants up here. Pants. Excellent pants. Excellent pants. Alpaca wool pants. You've been upgraded to excellent quality double shin pants. Everyone gets some. I like these ones. The kids' pants look cute. I wear those. This is my kind of pants right here. A manhunting pack of raccoons have entered the area. They have been driven insane by the disease known as Scaria. They will roam the region hunting for humanoid flesh. That's a lot of raccoons. 33. Maybe let's go inside. Eh? Sound good? Everybody's got the flu. They should come around to my sandy death tube over here. Everybody's got the flu, got the flu. Got the flu, got the flu. Colonist needs rescue. Oh. Get him, Chumley! Bonk! A single mine would probably barbecue them all. I'm not too worried about this. Like, we've got a decent funnel. And really good weapons. Like, we're just bonking them all to death. Call PETA. Look, they're attacking me. This isn't self-defense. Poke. 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 They're so cute, though. Alright, is that all of them? Good job, everybody. Well done. Well done. Well done. No storage space for dead raccoons, dead raccoons, dead raccoons, dead raccoons, dead raccoons, dead raccoons, or dead raccoons. Probably because we have so many. So little room? This is kind of bonkers. Did they eat your eyes? I don't think so. No. It's just easy peasy, it's fine. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. You heard squeaky murder. Hi, anxious platypus. Nice to see you. It was a bit of squeaky murder. There was a lot of raccoons and things that attacked us. They attacked us in the night. Actually, in the morning. I'm going for the contrasting chair look. Oh, the Timberwolf is still chilling. Oh no, it lost its tail. The tortoise bit its tail off. Don't mess with the tortoise. Hi there, Ilmrin! How are you? Squawky Murder. Sounds like one of Blind's fortresses. It kinda does. Squawky Murder. Yeah, it does sound like a Dwarf Fortress fort. Speaking of, I really want to play more Dwarf Fortress soon. I say that all the time, but I never do, but I do. I want more Dwarf Fortress in my life. I'm just realizing that a doorway of 1 connecting to an area of 5 wide is kind of nice because it still gives you a choke point where you could have 3 colonists holding a door. But then there's 2 corners where you could put lights or like art or something and not block the hallway. I don't know why I haven't thought of that sooner. I suppose I'm just gonna smooth the wall. It does give us a double wall here, but I don't think that's a bad thing because the freezer and this bedroom and stuff are under thick roof, so being able to keep these rooms separate in case of an infestation can only help, right? Can only help. Yeah, I guess I'll build through this all with granite. Just swap it all out, you know? This has got to move too, doesn't it? Yep. Freezers also benefit from thicker walls. If this was a tile that had hotter temperatures, I would agree, but this is a map that defaults to colder temperatures, so I think it's not nearly as pertinent to have double walled freezers. Okay, so we finished the pants bill. It still says I don't have enough pants. 14 out of 16. Count equipped. Only allowed materials. Who doesn't have double-strand pants? Oh, you two. Spare pants, parts, and tiny bolt. Better pants for everybody. Hi there, Nello. I hope you're doing well too. Speaking of squeaking, you just woke up from a nap and your cat is already yelling for dinner. Her dinner isn't for another 2 hours. Sounds like my cat. My cat has been all about it recently. Like, meow, I'm hungry. Meow, feed me. Meow, I need food. Meow, right now. Yeah, okay, we are growing psychoid plants. Slowly, but it's here. I think... How much herbal medicine do we have? 78? I think I might shrink. Yeah, we gotta harvest corn first. Okay, how about this? Let's shrink the middle of it. Yeah, now we're thinking, right? And then we're gonna fill this in and put soy plants in the middle, and then expand it out. I'm fairly certain if you make a zone adjacent, yeah. So like, the reason why I drew that this way is because if I make a growing zone and then try to make another growing zone right next to it, it just combines them. So like if I want to have two distinctly separate zones, I've got to make them one tile apart from each other, change this one, and then move them so they're next to each other. You bet Yaya would help you. I'm gonna make Psychite tea. That's what we're making, Psychite tea. Sounds like you, let alone your cat. I see you, Baggy Man. Getting away so hungry. Don't mind the half-eaten muffin. Ooh, give muffin. Give muffin. You started crying because you're in the bathroom with the door open. Came out and she was sitting by her empty food bowl like nothing happened. Human, I'm still hungry. I'm still hungry, human, feed me. I'm dying, don't you understand? Yeah, there's no place to store all these other corpses because my freezer is too small. I just almost closed the game again. Gotta stop almost doing that. Boop. Boop. Okay, I know this seems like madness, but I'm just expanding the freezer a little bit, okay? Madness. Yeah, my cat has really gotten his appetite back since being on his cancer treatment, but then also one of his medications drastically increased his appetite. So yeah, he is hungry. Hungry cat. Actually, I'm gonna do it like that. I think that looks better. A party? Progener's throwing a party! I want to be invited to a party. Which ads did you guys get? I'm sure the interesting ones. Yours is just a chunk? Can a cat not be a hungry one? Yeah, I think theoretically. My kitty's just so chonky. He's already chonky, you know? But just extra chonky. He's chonky on steroids, and I literally mean that. He's on steroids, and the steroids are what make him so hungry. In addition to his normal state of being, which is hungry. So he is chonky kitty on steroids, literally. 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 Okay, I don't want to hear any complaints about how there's no storage space. It's happening. I'm making it happen. This is a mess. It's gonna look better once it's done, okay? It's really hard to renovate spaces in RimWorld that are actively being used. We just gotta make it work. I know, Cookie. I know. I know! It won't be long. Yeah. There is one singular Psychite plant that we could harvest. I don't know how much we harvest it for usually. Harvest yield 8. And how much does it cost to make a cup of Psychite tea? It cost 16. You love it. I love the chunk. He's so ridiculous. Yeah, there's a method to my madness here. Just withhold judgment, okay? These are all the projects that I've been envisioning in the back of my mind and haven't worked on because there's been so many other things. We're just gonna have to harvest it all because winter is here. And I'm afraid that they're gonna die to wintertime. Who's the best harvester? Chumley, of course. We have so much corn. Yeah, look at all this potential corn and popcorn. It was worth, oh my god, investing the time in it. It's like 6,000 corn. I'm probably gonna convert this whole area to something else soon. The reason why... Oops. No, that was right. The reason why I'm not is because the corn is actively growing, and I don't want to waste the time. Just some time, you know? Just some of it. Some of it. Enough for a RimWorld movie night. Corn has ruined the internet. It's corn! Misfire. This colony is a corn hub. Yes, that is a misfire. Mm-hmm. That should be okay. That's okay. Yep. Just do this faster, will ya? Roar! Hashtag impatient. We don't know what you mean, J-Sock. Inspired surgery. If only there was surgery to do. What is this? It's just space? Just a random zone? Okay. A self-tamed rat. A hub is a central location for type of thing. In our colony's case, it is corn. Sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So where should we build our kitchen instead? Doesn't have to be where it is. In fact, it shouldn't be where it is because it's smack dab in the middle of other stuff. We're gonna probably need a couple more coolers. That's not gonna work either. I mean, that would work. But I don't need that many coolers, I just need like one more. One more. Nope. You use Latin, so you know you can be trusted. If that's what you want to tell yourself, then that's what you can tell yourself. There is a wall light that I've accidentally squished in here. My bad. My apologies, squashed wall light. I think we should be able to uninstall them. Hopefully. Do, 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 do. Where is the smooth button? I can never find it. It's under floors. Smooth. Do 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 do. You came, you saw, you charged. The only way this area doesn't work, like I was talking about, is this spot in particular. I can't build a double door on it, but that shouldn't really matter that much. Unless I build a double door inwards, which would halfway solve my problem. That might actually solve the problem. Ugh, man, I got the sneezes. We do not have any components. I gotta. Wow, that was violent. Ah. Hi, Lion Roar. I gotta. Achoo. Achoo. Yeah, that came on. Like, I've just been over here trying not to make sniffly noises. Are you gonna destroy my light? Oh no, okay. But then the sniffle happened. Okay, so all these power lines can be removed. Madness, I tell you, this is madness. Deconstruct that. These three need to be mined, and then I actually need to move this light. Not there, but here. But it won't work. Not yet. Choo-choo! I've got one better for you. Choo-choo with sound. What an absolute wreck. I hate this. You finished some trail mix and it was so good. You ready for a lie down? I got some trail mix recently that was really good. And it's like some of the best trail mix I've ever had, so I tried to replicate it. It worked to an extent, except I could not find some of the ingredients. You forgot to leave the meeting and hung up your phone. The laptop mic has been on in the background for about 20 minutes, and there's probably a recording of you singing your little work songs that definitely contain a lot of swearing. Oops. Oops. Yeah, you gotta like build this right back. Put it back. Instantly put it back. Hi, Alana. Hello. Enjoy your lurk. I hope it goes great. Since when can we do corners? Is this the mod or are corners vanilla now? At least the meeting was empty. Yep. At least that. Da-da-da-doo. I want you to store plant matter in here. All of it. Yeah. All plant matter. Now, thank you for the hydration. Also, chat, if you have channel points to contribute, you should totally throw them at the existing channel point challenge. That totally exists. Because we are behind schedule. I think we're gonna have to turn the heaters back on. Okay. Alright. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. We're just gonna mine all of this out. This light needs to move too, doesn't it? Let's put it here. And deconstruct all of that. So this whole area... Oh, it's unroofed. Put the roof back! I forgot about the roof. Why want to put that back? Somebody build the roof! There we go. You got more RimWorld and no Binding of Isaac. And Reza redeemed a pupper love. I'll be honest and tell you, I have no pupper to love right this moment. I've been ditched. Because Celentre's on a meeting, and the dogs are like, oh, the human is out in the living room? I want to be out in the living room too. Take me with you. But I'll work on it. Okay, so we should be making Psych IT. There it is! Psych IT. Dr. Chumley, administer! It has to be an operation. We have 20... Wait. After 20 days left to fix this. It should say administer... Psych IT. Administer Psych IT, Dr. Chumley. Chumley! Operate with a T! Hi, Vin! Hello! Hello, hello, I hope you are enjoying your lurk. A roof is a hat for a house. Why build it when you could sew it? I suppose that's a decent question. Wow, and just instantly we're better. Instantly we're good. Okay, so we have to set a drug policy. The smoke leaf, Psych IT for addictions and for on a schedule. I forget what it is. Not 3 times per day, every 3 days? For Psych IT? Does addictions count for colonists that are dependent on it? Psych IT has a certain limitation on how often it can be taken without colonists becoming addicted to it. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, drugs, recreation. So, Psych IT helps with pain and mood. It's a fragrant tea infused with leaves of the psychoid plant. Drinking it induces a subtle psychite euphoria. The tea is easy to produce at cooking facilities, but can produce psychite addiction if consumed too often. So that's what I want to avoid. Safe dose interval for adults every 2 days. So yeah, I want to make sure we're taking it like every 3. You used to be great at haberdashery, now you're so-so. Isn't it basically coffee? It's like coffee, but a little bit snazzier. Spicy coffee. It's not nearly as like detrimental as all the other versions of psychite plants. Like you can make far more impactful and also addicting drugs in this game, which I don't really like to make, but psychite tea is kind of just, it is what it is. I feel like the benefits of it outweigh the stigma of it just being a drug, you know? can I move this coffin? No, it's a poor sarcophagus anyway. I gotta move it. It's in the way of where I want a new door to go. Original recipe Coca-Cola. There you go. Yeah, no, I think that's like close enough actually, and as a description. So then we just gotta figure out where we're gonna put our new cooler. And also our new kitchen area. So I'm building in... Actually, hold on, let's not do it there. Let's actually build these inwards like so. Well, you should move the shelves too. Way too much, and now you are regret spaghetti. Oh yeah, I know how that goes. I know how that goes. Regret the spaghetti. The colony looks awesome. I know. I am super happy that we're finally updating some of these areas that have, to be honest, just been bugging me a lot. You're loving following this? Colony's going through a transition. Perfect. Okay, so like I can build this here. Camel hide. I mean, we have so much stuff. Let's just use blue fur. Blue fur is a nice look. I'm just gonna put a sand... Is there something darker? We have elephant leather. I don't want to waste that. So if you stuff things into this hole, it should prevent drop pod raiders from landing there. Blue fur sandbags. Whoops. Doesn't the stove produce a lot of heat? Yeah, so I want to put it into its own room. I want to put it into its own room. I just need everything else to finish being built first. Link. You watch the VODs during work breaks? It's so cool. I'm glad the VODs are helpful. So I'm trying to make a chimney, and a chimney can only be built in areas with thin roof, and so that's what this overlay is demonstrating. The light colored green is a thin roof, which can be removed and placed back easy peasy. The dark colored roof is overhead mountain that cannot be removed without a mod. So if you're making a chimney or say a cooler, the cooler has a hot end and a cool end, and normally it's meant to be built like this, where the hot just vents out into the open air and leaves the inside cooled like a normal air conditioner. But it's real nifty if you build it into a wall with an open roof tile, a lonesome square with an open roof tile like this, because it vents the hot air into the chimney and it's just gone forever. And it's much safer for the chimney that way, because raiders like to use vents as a way to break through places, because it only has 100 durability, whereas a wall is like 510. So it's a weak point in your colony. But obviously you can't have it exhausting the heat into the freezer as well. Another manhunter pack. Another. A man-hunting pack of rhinoceroses. Rhinoceroses have entered the area, also driven insane by the disease known as scaria. At least it's only 5. There are some, like, visitors on the map. Hopefully they're okay. They might be alright. Because there's a mountain in the way. They're probably gonna be fine. These have to go all the way up and around, and they're likely going to come to us. Oops, I want Architect of Tears, actually. With the bonk hammer. Ew. Yeah, and we're also probably gonna want somebody who has guns, like these two. Very pew pew. If they're smart, they'll play dead. They never play dead. But yeah, they're alright. Emmy's barking at the attacking rhinoceroses. Get him, Architect of Tears, with your bonk hammer! It makes me sad. I think they're really cute. You can cure Scaria, but I think it's just easier to not cure Scaria. I think it takes... what, like... 5 industrial medicine or something? 20 industrial medicine to cure it? Something ridiculous. Okay, so there we go. We've got the wall built and the sandbags. So the next thing we need to do is remove the roof. Not assigned to construction. I know nobody's assigned to construction. Come on. Remove the roof and then immediately fill it back in. That was easy peasy and free food. 2 meats. To meat or not to meat? Oh yeah, I forgot Solentre is like really pregnant. Moving is at 46% because missing a toe and being pregnant. I want to say that 1 cooler should be enough, but I'll build 2 just in case. And now we can move everything else. Like, I wanted to figure out what to do with all of these things. We could kind of just set them up in the middle of the room. I'm just gonna move them out of the way for the time being. Referring to the butcher table and the stove. Just so I can start moving shelves around too. Because this is a mess. An absolute mess, and it needs to be fixed. Okay, so first, just expand our storage. I don't really know how to build these shelves out. Does it make sense just to, like, shove them all in here? Or should we leave room in between them? I don't know. Nice. You like my random door? We just need components, so somebody should be crafting components. That's Rico. What is Kitty Cat up to? Cutting stone blocks from a chunk. Synthesizing drugs. Making stone blocks from chunk. I feel like I want my poorer crafters to be responsible for the block making, and my more efficient crafters to do the actual crafting, like so. Are you just feeding your child here? RimWorld music is life. Yeah, this is a great song. Yeah, so what I mean by shoving all these in here, like, should I just pile them up? They'll still just climb over the shelves, right? Or should we actually leave walking space? Like, I don't know. I've never had the pleasure of making it this far along with a RimWorld colony. While having shelves available to us. This needs to be adjusted. There we go. Yeah, there. I've got a mod that lets me, like, slightly tweak that stuff. Oops. There we go. Expand the zone once again. So the only thing I can't do is build the wall here because the AC is currently functioning. Hey there, Sven! Hello, hello! RimWorld is life. RimWorld is good game. Welcome in, how are you doing? How's it going today? Yeah, let's just pile them in. That bugs me. That bugs me a lot. It'll be okay. It's not permanent, but it is more organized. Oh yeah, I forgot about the combat supplier. I hope they're still here. Shoot. I missed them. The trade ship is out of range. I missed them, chat. I moved the wrong shelf. What did I do that for? You're good, you have pizza and you're so full. I'm jealous. I want pizza. Don't kill the wolf. Don't kill it. No kill. No kill wolf. Oh no. Oh, you killed the wolf. Architect of Tears. You bonked it to death. I said not to do that. You know, now that you said that you have pizza, like, that sounds really good. I want some pizza. I want some pizza too. They finally took the bridge out. They finally did it. So, yeah, we should be able to just install a sterile tile here. I'm not sure why these two won't fill out. I think that's just a bug from one of the mods that made it so I can't fill those two tiles. We can just not worry about it for now, and instead install under structure. There's too many tabs. Steel bridges. Oh look, they're close enough. They're close enough. Nobody will notice. right? It's so good. Is that a sandbag behind the AC in the fridge? Does that help somehow? Hi, Tyler said. Yeah, it does. So the reason why is I'm using this as a chimney. So the hot air is being vented out this one tile that doesn't have a roof above it. But if you don't put something in that one tile, it becomes a viable location for drop pod raiders to land in. But since it's occupied, raiders shouldn't land inside that one tile gap. Shouldn't being the operative word. Okay, yeah, see, we have much more room in here now. Shouldn't. Nobody's making this yet. Yeah, I think that's close enough. It bothers me less than looking at 2 pits of water. Right? A mad boom rat. Okay. Sounds good to me. Digging at compacted steel. Yeah, there's steel everywhere. Steel, whoa. Everywhere. Big bada boom rat. Big bada boom rat. Now it doesn't look like we have much food at all, does it? Now that the fridge is a bit more spacious. So I'm just waiting on components. Which I did mark for mining. I just don't know if they've already mined them out or not. It looks like they did. Oh my goodness. Somebody has been on a mining streak over here. How long has this colony lived? So as of this morning, when I started the stream, 1 day and 21 hours. Of IRL time, of course. It has been a struggle, this group. They haven't disliked it though. Right, I want you to harvest some corn. Yeah, in-game is, whoops. Well, you start in 5501, right? In 5501, so it's been about 5 years? 4 years? I see you bypassing my door. Still nobody is making components. Let's try that. Is Progener's manipulation good? Kinda, sorta. Affected by a bite scar on your left arm. No problem. This is a huge challenge. Yeah, it is. It is a big challenge. But it's still just been difficult. At first it was because of like the zone that we are living in. So, and it was a naked brutality start to boot. So what that means for the difficulty was that wintertime was really harsh and really punishing. And it was hard to grow the colony in numbers for the first couple seasons. And it was a naked brutality start. So I only had one colonist who had nothing. And the second colonist who joined was a child. So my one colonist who had to go from having nothing to being able to survive suddenly had to take on childcare as a priority. And so, yeah, it's just been... It's been a long time coming, and I don't know. I keep recruiting people. Theoretically, it gets easier. Theoretically. But then it's more people to feed, and more things need to be made. And so it's like, it becomes more efficient, but it's also not efficient. It just is what it is. I love Dino Dance. So now I'm just cleaning up. I'm cleaning up because there's a lot of halfway made points in this colony that have been driving me kind of crazy. Whoa. Wait a second. Yeah. This is right. Well, hold on a second. That's right. Power conduit, yeah. Honestly, Dino Dance wrecks other emotes. Dino Dance wrecks them. No, I could maybe agree with you on that. All right, there we go. Now everything should fit better. Recon armor. Is that what we are working on? We are far down the line. Marine armor. Yes. There. And I just need a couple more components. Components are the issue, which is why I'm sad I missed that trader that came by. I'm trying to encourage somebody to make them. I don't know if it's because Rico had this claimed or something. Like, why is Meep not fabricating? Wandering with no task makes no sense because you should be able to craft or smith. Is fabricating under smithing? It is. It is, yes. So then, hold on a second. There. Now they should be making the stuff. I might have messed up some other work priorities instead. You love the beginning and the naked brutality start. I do too. It's a fun challenge. It's a fun challenge for sure. Now we've got components coming. That was the issue. We're also gonna need to a place to store our bucket load of steel and also all these textiles. So... I don't know that I like this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I just need places to store stuff. Shelves have been an amazing improvement to the game, and I need to utilize them a bit more. Although they're really ugly too. Like, it looks... It's hard to look at the same time, it's okay. It's better than just having all your stuff on the floor. Arguably, Progenitor lost their weapon. And I don't know where it went. Make sure they all have shield belts. They should all have shield belts, and they do. But I don't know where Protoner's weapon went. There is a sword. Why don't you take a sword? Sometimes I think things just go missing on purpose. So yeah, I really do like the beginning of any RimWorld colony, actually. Like that initial starting bit is really, really, really satisfying. But my goal for this run is actually to build across the entire tile. Like the whole dang thing. And it has been a lot of work. And I feel like we're also not making a lot of progress. Hi, Better Bears! You put shelves the opposite way. You guess it doesn't matter. I put them this way because I envision them like mounting to the wall or something, you know? It doesn't really matter, but I always tend to put the legs towards the wall. Sometimes progress seems slow. I mean, it has been slow. To be honest, I'm due another trader. Maybe we should drop pod some stuff to some friends of ours. Once you saw me put them down, that was your exact thought. You know, I say that, but then look this way, I put them the other way. It works either way. Nello, enjoy the lurk. Okay, so they should start moving the steel and plasteel from this stockpile over here. Okay. Slab beds are rough for the same reason. Sometimes I really wish there was a 3-wide bed in this game. How does this keep happening? There, now they're all linked. No, they're not. Sometimes I think the game trolls me. Yeah, so they're moving our stacks of steel over towards the crafting area, which is ideal. And we should probably put a fire foam popper in this area. And maybe a couple. Especially with all this chem fuel just hanging out. Can I pick this up and move it? No, but we can load it. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Like, a lot. Let's start by getting rid of our tattered clothing. Good or worse, and tattered clothing. I mean, we may as well count that tattered. Normal. 49%. 50%. Sorry, I meant normal or worse. I'm gonna keep the good quality stuff. I don't actually need the elephant tusks anymore. There's more down here. Don't need anything normal. These are all in good condition. So yeah, now we're gonna get rid of buffalo wool. Wow. Why do we have so much? 700 buffalo wool. Let's do, I guess, like 300 bison wool. 300 alpaca wool. We have a lot of herbal medicine. We have lots of medicine in general. Tons of steel. We've got jade. We got lots of stuff. How exciting. Take some bedrolls. Reinforced barrel, chunks, dead raccoons. Why does it seem like we don't really have that much in inventory? Even though I'm overflowing with resources. Here, take 150 of it. I'm gonna drop pod this to somebody as a gift and hopefully turn them into an ally. Because I'm sending them... we're making it rain! Christmas! There's still so much mass left. I don't really have any animals I could send them. We could send them baby cows, I guess. Here, take some baby cows. I know, I have a full warehouse. I grew this base really fast for Naked Brutality start. Do you think? I feel like it was super slow. Nice. Okay, there's a cooler. Which means we can take this cooler out. Load her up. Yep, this is gonna be helpful. We have so many textiles. We're like a textile farm with all these animals. Sweet. It is done. So we can just close this up and take out this random bit in the wall. That'll make me happy. Happy. Relief. And we gotta put the wall back. Ceiling back. The roof back. Put the roof back. Yes. We do totally have a full warehouse. I mean, look at all this stuff. What I was trying to move all the steel up here for. So it's closer to the crafting area. But we really need components. Like, fiercely need components. So, who can we make friends with, hopefully? The Union of Arminuia, if we can reach them, we could make them our ally fairly easily. We could also send the Grey Empire a small gift. Because we've already degraded a way towards being an ally. Although, they're an ally until relations fall below 0, so we have plenty of headway there. Both of these two groups, the Union of Arminuia and Komopo, are higher tech civilizations. Like, these two are tribe. They're tribals, which means that their technology level is limited. So when they raid us, they're raiding us with tribal level weapons. These two, if they raid us with higher tech weapons. You can never befriend the pirates and like this impid tribe. But if you can remove these two from your list of potential raiders, it makes it more likely to get tribal raids, right? Because then we have 2 hostile tribes and 2 hostile pirate groups. I suppose it makes you more likely to get pirate raids, which are kind of scary. Scary pirate raids are scary. Long way off from this, but what counts as done for the challenge? I think once we can say like all tiles are in our home zone. So I do need to expand the home zone again, I think. Or reduce the home zone. I've been expanding the home zone as I go. So I'm controlling like what I consider to be our home area. And so I guess it would make sense that we consider it once everything is inside the home area. I really like these underground power conduits because they can't break. I feel like the raiders can't even attack them. However, they're hard to see. Like really, really, really hard to see. Okay. Oh, I know why I built this way. It was because I was building around trees. Our ideology hates taking out trees, so I've been trying to avoid that. Including doing strange things with power lines. So like this. And then... I guess that one will have to be underground too. Blunk, 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 blunk. Hi, Omarid! Wave to you. Oh, Cylindre, there was a pupper, love. Can you get a pupper? Marks the whole tile as home zone. Done. But, you know, when it's really truly in the home zone. No cheating. Yeah, we had a pupper, love. There's a pillow in the way. There's a pillow in the way. Tell Kuma. Reza, if you're still around, I'm finally doing it. Okay, hi Reza. I'm finally doing it, and I didn't forget. He's there. There's dog. Wow. Kuma, you're bright like the sun. Every day it resets to its own idea of what good exposure should be. There's Kuma. Kuma dog. Where are his legs? He's sitting on them. He has them tucked in. Ah! Cookies on an insulting spree. Targopods filled with pemmican have fallen from the sky. Okay, it should pause if something bad happens. Let's go give Kuma some love. You like this scene, Reza? I do too. Yeah, there is a pause and alert setting. And Emmy's just like, oh, there's treats? Now there's a reason to sit here. There's a lot of fur. I know she's a fuzzball. She's fuzzball. Yeah, I made this so that way I can play game, you know, in the background. And you can just mostly look at the pets. So there was a tantrum. I didn't stop to see what was destroyed. Stuff in her room. You love it? Yeah, you know, the pets are the most important part. You can kind of see what's happening, right? In this teeny tiny little box. There's really not that much happening, actually. There's not too much happening. Do you have a major break risk? Square pants. That's square parts. Spare pants, I mean. Mood bad. Because trees defiled. When did we defile the trees? I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do it. You have to believe me, I didn't mean to do it. Nope, I want to... Yeah, alright, so select all of these and remove them. Almost like, oh yeah, she's gone, now I can chill. Ah! I don't know exactly how it works if we cross an overground power line with an underground power line. I might have to smush everything back together. So now it's going to be all hidden, so it won't burn anymore. And we should probably make more fabrication benches because we are in desperate need of components. Is this done loading? Not ready for launch. It looks like Salentre is nearly ready to pop. Just gonna... Now comes the kid. We're nearly there. I'm excited to expand the colony too. We may as well just do that while the trees have been ravaged by... What did I just make? A door? While the trees have been ravaged by flames, it would be a good time to put a wall in. How about we put this door here and this door, like, I don't know, there. That's not really a very big expansion, is it? Like, if we're gonna expand, we should just expand. Like this. Yeah, now we're talking. But this requires me to build some bridges that I don't want to build. So let's take out the corner. Then how did I do it on this one? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah. Edges! That looks roughly centered. Roughly centered. And I don't think I want to put a door on this wall. I don't think so. Doggo! Yeah, it's Doggo Cam. In all of its glory. Doggo Cam. That's Kuma, by the way. Come on, Chad, how can you not tell my dogs apart? Kuma looks like an old man, and Emmy is just fluff. She's like 70% fur. Oh, hey, Kuma. Yeah, see, he's just got like... You can't tell which end is his head. Really? That's his snoot right there. Boop. Boop the snoot. And that's his ear. I have more than one dog. Yes, I do. We have... Yo, J-Sog beat me to it. That's the boop snoot. Yeah, that's his head. Yeah, sometimes he just curls up into a ball and his hair just like envelops him, and you look at him and he just turns into an oval of fluff, and you're just like, where did you go, Kuma? Where do you start and where do you end? He increases his stealth rating by 100%. Looking for the door. That's the door. Don't build the door. I'm realizing it is time to probably reinforce our doorways. Posted a pic of Roy sightseeing. In the Discord, I presume. Shut up, RimWorld. Oh, Roy. That's a really pretty backdrop. He's always happy. He's a very happy boy. Well, he's royal, of course. See, you doubted whether or not I would actually keep this scene up as long as I am. Can't center this one spot. Solved. Roy's so cute. Yeah, so look, now we can move these right here. And we should go hunting too. I don't think we're gonna need food for the winter, but hunting I shall go. And here's our pet squirrel who just lives in my box. This is my grow zone box and it just lives here. It got trapped one day and it's never left. I suppose it's hard to see because we're in small mode. Pet squirrel. It just lives here. That's 100% more majestic. Oh, Roy. Is that Roy's profile picture? He dead. Shot its head right off. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna build doors. And I guess Celentre's in labor! And there's a solar flare! No! Celentre, bad time to go into labor. I have no power. Will you clean this? We'll never clean. Get over it. Masterwork gun. Clean this room. Chumlee is in such a bad mood. Elite expectations. Ate without a table. Sad youngsters. What? How are you sad? Hungry. Slept in the cold. Oh, someone's gotta turn the heaters back on. Turn those heaters back on. Babby's a child of the sun. Hello, Lisa. Baby's going to be a future protagonist of a young adult dystopian series. It all began while I was born during a solar flare. Okay. Well, that's nice. I guess we're going to gather for birth. The doctor's gonna be Chumlee. And hopefully, Chumlee doesn't have a mental break during this whole thing. But I'm gonna invite the whole colony because this is a moment to remember it all began when I was born during the solar flare. Good luck! There's no light! Hey, can you actually clean this room real fast? Thanks. Yeah, do you think you're gonna get privacy when you have your child Celentre? No. The birth is expected to be... I forgot to check the likelihood of birthing success. However, I did see it was 95%. Seems like a good reason to have emergency torches in the hospital. I don't know that this matters. Let me save just in case. Hi, Torlak. Can we watch? Of course, everyone can watch, including Twitch chat. Childbirth was cancelled. Okay. Okay, Celentre is no longer in labor, I suppose. I think it might be because Chumlee is in a really bad mood. You say bring the camera, but solar flare. That's why everyone has to be there. Okay. Well, let's ask a different doctor, I guess. Chumley's the best doctor, but we have other ones. So they're somewhere. Rico is a 12 in doctoring. We have a 14. Tiny Bolt might be missing a leg, but has a bionic arm and good manipulation. So Gather for childbirth. Tiny Bolt is the doctor. Okay, so now the expected quality is 93%. 90% chance the baby is healthy. The room is clean. Slendra's age is okay. It's doctoring quality that is lacking. Look, it's not my fault that the colony doctor is having a fit. Having a temper tantrum. Slendra's labor is in the final stages. False alarm. It is a lot of spectators. Does this make you uncomfortable? We can't bring pictures because we have a solar flare. Or we can't bring pictures. We can't take pictures because of a solar flare. We can only watch. Oh no! Solendra's baby was a stillborn baby. There was a 90% chance this baby was healthy. This was like a 1% chance. I didn't see what the chance... Did anyone see what the chance was of this happening? I'm like, this is my first... This is baby fresh. Oh, RimWorld, come on. Pick a better name. Pick a better temporary name. Cause of death, Dr. Tantrum. Yeah, rip for the baby in chat. Poor Babby. That's very sad. This baby died due to non-specific complications during pregnancy. There was a very, very low chance of this happening. What a bad time for a crash. Hi there, Jinxian. I mean... yes? But also, I feel like sometimes you just gotta live with it. I was actually just wondering if this would be something that we could use a Can somebody please send me words this week? I can't words. The Muffalo is not supposed to get through the door. Yeah, I don't know if you can resurrect a stillborn. The baby is technically never alive, right? Well, yes, but not alive as a colonist. Google says yes, you can. Sorry, Kenna. Hope you didn't lose any limbs. I'm just gonna prepare. Architect of Tears is having a tantrum because... Do not destroy the advanced components. Don't. No. Bad Architect of Tears. I'll cry if you do that. You didn't get to bonk the Muffalos. You totally did. I'm kind of sad right now. OP... Okay, so apparently you can resurrect stillborn children, so I'll put them in the freezer sarcophagus. So much dreaming. He's doing dog things. He's going whoop, whoop, whoop. Does the resurrection come with complications? I've never tried it. We could... Development mode. Which is the button I'm looking for. I can never remember. The debug action menu. I don't want to do debug. I want to spawn a thing. I think that's under this one. Don't mess around with the dev mode enough to know. I don't want that. Who's so twitchy? Yeah, he's dreaming. He's even making his doggo dreaming noises. The dev palette. More options? No. Bad at cheating. Lets you spawn items and force various events. Yeah, okay, so this is what we want to do. Where is spawn thing? Here we go. Resurrector Mech Serum. For science, chat, I'll do it. Get there faster, though. Oh, yeah. Wait, Tiny Bolt only has one leg. Am I testing to see if it works or just trying to resurrect? I'm testing to see if it worked. I don't know. If you all want to live with the actions of the test, you just, you know, let me know. Where is the escalator? A million miles away. Kitty Cat has created a masterwork marble sarcophagus. Where's the art? Yeah, it has no art. It's raining so much, I'm jealous. I want it to rain. Okay, so use Resurrector Mech Serum on Babby. It totally worked. Baby has been brought back to life. It totally works. Hooray! So you can indeed use a Resurrector Mech Serum on a stillborn baby. I don't know, now there's a baby. That's a great quote. You even made a crit. Hi, large doggo. Oh yeah, sorry, I meant to actually make that a full screen for the science, but there. Baby brought back to life. We'll keep it that way because that was super sad and it kind of made my soul hurt a little bit. Baby. Hello, Dragon of Frost. How are you? It was crazy sad. Yeah, so, you know, just for the sake of science and stuff, now we know. And the benefit of science is that now we have no dead baby. But baby needs a name. So, I did clear the name queue, I think, at the start of the stream. So, if you wanted to join the raffle, it is !join. You had a brain fart and was trying to figure out why Roy is black now. Yeah, you didn't know? Roy turned all gray and black. Didn't you hear? Doo-doo. Baby. Baby Fresh. Okay, now the name feels better. Baby Fresh. It's probably also the biggest achievement actual railroad science has brought us. Yeah. Well, that was just really sad. The chances of failure... Well, the chances of the birthing going bad was super low. Whatever, I'm not ashamed to try the sciencey things and then benefit from it. You wonder if the failure was caused by a lack of light. I don't know. It didn't seem like light affected the quality at all, which it should have. But it doesn't seem like it did. We've almost got a wall. Not really. But kind of. Is it complications during pregnancy, not the childbirth itself? So light should have been irrelevant. The baby's gonna be a superhero or a supervillain. It all happened when I was born on the solar flare of 5505. Born's not the right word. I was resurrected during the solar flare of 5505, when I in fact wasn't born at all. Baby is the future Sanguiphage cult leader. It's so sad. A bionic leg. I know who that should go to. Tiny Bolt. Install a bionic leg. Leg of bionics? So, Chum-Li is currently upset because being awake during the daytime and having elite expectations, I shouldn't have to endure any inconvenience that distracts me from my important role. No tree. Can we have indoor trees? Dead before living, brought to life by machines. That does sound like somebody's backstory. I don't know if it's going to be like the backstory of a villain or the backstory of a hero, but it is somebody's backstory. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm super excited to build this wall. And then the next thing I'm probably going to do is connect this to the colony, close up the gap in this mountain here, and then connect it this way. So basically all of this gets added to the colony as well. But my ultimate goal, I think, is to build a wall like I've done along the edge, pretty much around the whole thing. I have ideas for what I want to do with raiders. Maybe we should get them a bonsai tree. I forgot that we were in this view still. I'm sorry. Bonsai tree. Bonsai pot. Well, first off, I guess we should move Chum-Li into, like, this room right here. I have them close to the hospital, but the hospital is moved, so yeah, sorry, Progenitor. You've lost your room. Bonsai. Marble bonsai pot, right next to your bed. And then... I'm just gonna finish filling out the floors. Rare thrumbos. Does anybody have inspired taming? No. Bonsai's the tree. Bonsai's the battle cry. Never be sorry for full screen Kuma. He is really cute, isn't he? I'm gonna need a lamp in the bedroom for the tree? No way, I don't want to do that. Especially because I don't have any lights, any wall lights for that. No, I sure do have a lamp for that. I didn't realize. Regular lamp, not a sun lamp. Well, then wouldn't the wall light work? There is a quest. The shuttle of the Great Empire is taking damage and is seeking a place to land. Its commander, Ariadne, wants to land at not a settlement. Okay. Out of the few times I've taken these on, 75% of the time I have lost. I have to do it because it's a charity quest. I don't want to. The wall light should be fine? Okay, good. Awesome. The armor skin gland releases chemicals and nanomachines that toughen the skin and add a flexible subdermal keratin plate at strategic points. This makes the user more resistant to damage across their entire body. Unfortunately, these changes also make the skin appear leathery, with wrinkles across the whole body and face, which generally is considered ugly. That is an armor skin gland. But what if you give an armor skin gland to an Itakin who's furry and you can't see that at all? I feel like I want honor. Let's do honor. We're about to get some Thrumbo revenge. Chitinous armored fur. Actually, Kenna, I'm sorry. You can go back about your day. You're not buying a new phone until your current phone dies in battle. No, I'm not gonna buy a new phone either. No. Where's Progener going? We probably want to keep everybody inside the base for the time being, because raiders are gonna come soon. What are you wielding now? Wait a second, it said... I think those are the pig raiders. I guess we probably want to grab a couple more people. You have a Samsung A54 and you're so happy with it. It's not pricey and it's still great. And it's cheap on contract. I have the Samsung Galaxy something. Yeah, I'm not really interested in upgrading my phone. Unless I, like, truly need to. This is... still loading. It's missing double strand pants. That's fine. I want to send it to... the Union of Arminuia. Purple House. Plus 62. That's not as much as I was expecting. This group says it's worth 120. Plus 38. Okay, well the other ones are very appreciative of my gift. I guess I should build a fire foam popper over here, shouldn't I? Next to, you know, high explosive shells. and mortars and things that go boom when lit on fire. Did Tiny Bolt get that leg yet? Yeah, she did. Hi there, Strawberry Girl. Do you have to battle in this game? Traditionally, yes, you do. A cacophony of noises.
Wow, this is a big step for me. Are we getting serious?
Ronan6, thank you so much for the 2 months of support. It's getting serious. We're up to 2 months. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Enjoy your emotes and the things. And thank you very much for the support. Happy Wednesday. So you, generally speaking, you do fight in this game, but there are some storyteller settings, like chat mentioned, that you can change. Where is that? The button was moved. Storyteller settings. So if you set this to peaceful, it becomes a sandbox version of RimWorld, basically. It becomes a sandbox version of RimWorld, and bad things won't happen. Major threats are disabled, but the easier things to handle can still occur. You can also, when you are setting up your game, you can disable like hostiles and stuff. But otherwise, yes, there is battle. And speaking of battle, we're about to have one. The battle music is playing. So I brought out 3 of my warriors because I want to basically make a wall around this person. Oh, the escalator's out here too. They have shield belts on, so they shouldn't get hit by bullets, but that doesn't always mean anything. Shield belts break. There are also thrombos here to protect us. Mods in my RimWorld. And yeah, so this game is highly moddable. It has a lot of built-in settings in vanilla that allow you to tweak it in so many different ways, but then the community for RimWorld is really dedicated to building and fleshing out just like amazing mod suites. So this is like one game that I've never seen a game with a bigger support community and like modding community. You might look into the other game mentioned instead. Auction Not Included? Auction Not Included is also, yeah, a colony sim, but it is really science-y. If you like... If you're science-oriented and really into building production chains and things, it's a fun game, but it is a lot. There's the raid. Defend the Imperials until rescue arrives in a few hours. But we did bring two members out. Hey, there's compacted machinery right here. Chumley's on an insulting spree. Bad time for that, Chumley. Skyrim probably has as many mods, but you think the RimWorld mod community supports each other better? I don't know. I haven't taken a look to see what the situation is with RimWorld mods in quite a long time, but... Alright, so pretty much I'm gonna move everybody except Tiny Bolt now, and spare parts. You 3 or 4 are just gonna go this way. I want these 2 to get the shots off on... whoever has the frag grenades. The frag grenades are gonna kill everybody. cataphract warriors, cataphracts, whatever they're called. Yeah, this is totally fine. This person is attacking with a log. This one's attacking with a bottle of beer. Okay, I think we win. Okay. You're gonna walk right in front of all these minigun shots? Okay. Oh, we don't want to do that. Yikes. That was kind of a slaughter. These groups are good to go too. Everyone's good to go. RimWorld has fewer Macho Man Randy Savage mods. Oh, I see. You would guess that Minecraft is somewhere up there for most mods. We did get a bunch of meals out of it, it's true. We got loads. 22, 28 meals. I'm willing to bet that one shot with it. Who had a charge lance? Oh, they had a charge lance. Somebody on the friendly side shot Tiny Bolt with a charge lance. I have not played Skyrim in quite a long time, so as far as like modded Skyrim goes, I'll take your word for it. As far as Minecraft is concerned, I have legit like no idea. The rescue shuttle has arrived, so they should just enter it themselves, yeah? And the quest is complete. So we get shuttle loot, which should have some stuff. What else did we accept this quest for? We accepted it for honor and shuttle loot. Yay for charity and loot. Yeah, Chumlee has an update available. Chumlee has an update available. I don't know that I actually want to do anything with it, because then she's gonna have like rocket high expectations, and I can't satisfy those. I can't satisfy those expectations. Minecraft is also the only comparable one you know in terms of amount and variety of mods. We did bring honor to the colony. We did. Dude, this masterwork sarcophagus has no art, and I find that disappointing. Oh, they don't set art until somebody's buried. Or they don't inscribe it or whatever until somebody's buried. I'm gonna stop what you're doing so we can build a bonsai pot. It is the art. Yeah, I think that's what I mean. Like up until somebody is entombed, I think it's artless. Let's make this room really pretty as well, since that's going to be a fighting spot. We want to make sure the fighting area is pretty, and also that it has a fire foam popper, because same reason, things explode. Does the art change if you dig them up and rebury them? I don't think it does. Okay, yeah, we got a marble bonsai pot. It is excellent quality. Now let's see if we need light for this bonsai tree. No, I piled all the shelves over here, and I realized it's kind of a lot of walking back and forth. Like, I did set... It is a lot of wasted time going like bloop, 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 bloop. It's fine. It's totally okay. Yeah, no, it seems like it's growing on its own. Alright, I'm picking a name for the baby. And that's gonna be Colonist. Thanks, Spark Arrestor. You've added Colonist to the colony. Baby Colonist. Yes! I mean, you're not wrong, okay? It is a baby colonist. It's funny the baby's native born and not a colonist. I guess they're... No, but I think we could still consider them a colonist. The huge construction. That's so many blocks. It is 42 by 20 in size. But they'll give me a doomsday rocket launcher, a triple rocket launcher, a blue granite monument, a lot of gold. Death Risk Capacity Serum. What's an Animus Stone? An ancient jade stone marked with sacred tribal carvings. Tribal Psycasters can focus on these stones during their meditation to increase their Psi focus gain more than the typical nature shrine. Okay, we're not tribalists, but 525 plasteel is pretty, like, epic, right? How much can we make with 525 plasteel? Not as much as you'd think. Not as much as you would think. The quest giver heard that we're planning to cover the whole tile, and they're giving us something to cover it with. Yeah, it is 42 by 20 in size. Oh my goodness, that's a monstrosity! 42 by 20? Oh. I would have to expand the walls more than this in order to accommodate it. Oh my God. It's ginormous. I guess I could just build it all the way down like I was talking about. This is all sealed up, actually. It is. Oh. This is the middle line. Right there. I'll accept it. Because I want to see if we can even do it. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Where's the quest? Rah! Which button is quest? Actions, history, world, quests. The Doomsday Rocket Launcher is pretty cool. I don't even know what a reprocessor stomach is. An advanced chemical processing system breaks down nutrients the body could normally never use, leading to increased efficiency. I don't know, I'm almost willing to take an Animus Stone for the 525 plasteel. We have 48 days to build this. That's almost an entire year. I'm taking it for the plasteel. Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome! Blasto sounds good, but rocket launcher. Yeah, so the reason why I'm going with this instead is it will allow me to build bionics and things. We're being sieged. Not as much as you would think, but like we can also make recon armor now. It costs 80, plasteel, recon helmets, prestige armor. Do you think I should give Chum-Li like prestige armor? What is prestige armor? A suit of light partially powered armor designed to permit quick movement. Plasteel weaved plates block attacks without compromising mobility. And neuromimetic assisters in the lower body allow a human to wear the armor and still move easily. Expensive and beautiful, prestige armor like this is usually made for those of a high status. I mean, we should probably make that. It is instantly outclassed by marine armor. Can you make prestige marine armor? I've never made prestige anything. You sure can. A suit of powered armor, layered plastic weave plates are very effective at stopping attacks with few vulnerable joint sections. Same deal. You sure can. Alright. A group of wasters from the psych lineup have arrived in transport pods. It looks like they want to besiege your colony and pound you with mortars from a distance. What happens if the lake were to melt while they were on it? Like, if they set up shop here, I'm not even gonna give them a chance to set up. We've got 2 mortars already built, and I forget. Are mortars based on shooting skill these days, or no? Or yes, maybe a little bit. Just in case. Both of these are on hold fire. I'm gonna set force target. In the top right, yeah, this is a mod. This is a mini-map that just allows you to see the entire map. So like this says, this little vivid blue dot is visitors. Obviously these vivid red are raiders. This is all fire. And then these are where all our colonists are. Spring in 7 days, they are early. What are you rocking? An EMP launcher. Somebody's got a sniper rifle. I'm gonna go for Cruncher. And remove hold fire. And off they go. Pew! Haha, direct hit! Have I heard that I am awesome today? I haven't, but thank you. You're awesome today, too. They've decided to leave and steal what they can. They're stealing their own stuff. What? They decided to leave and steal what they can. They've stolen their own materials. That's just silliness. Did we win? I don't think so. Maybe? That one shot that we sent their way just wrecked them. It was a direct hit. I think they're leaving. We thinned the herd. I don't know what they're doing, actually. I'm really unsure. So they said that they were going to steal what they could. They decided to flee the map, probably because it's too cold for them. And they stole what they could, but they stole their own materials, which is an interaction I've never seen before. Normally, that's like when they steal their own stuff. Whoop! Sorry! Yeah, no, they just gave up and left. They just gave up. There's someone here. Slate. We could rescue Slate. That is my MO. Right hand destroyed. Oh, Spare Pants needs a new hand. I'm gonna send Tongle to go and tend to Slate. That was the easiest siege ever. Sack of mortar shells gets you a pretty penny, I know, right? So this one is locked and loaded. This one's almost good. It takes 30 seconds to charge a mortar. So it's good to run down the clock until it is ready to go. But make sure you press this button behind me that says hold fire. This one. Otherwise they will launch it. But if you hold fire and then charge up the mortars, the next time you go to use it, it will insta-fire. Oh, Kuma left. There's a Thrumbo over here. Thrumbo! Affected by a chronic kidney disease. Don't I relate? Yeah, so let's check out this monument marker and see what we're working with. Wow, that's a chonker. That's a chonker, all right. I don't want them to start building it yet because we can't defend it, and that is a part of the deal. We have to be able to defend this. Should I like build it into the wall? That'd be kind of cool. What if I centered it on the midline of the colony? Oh my gosh, I can't. It's one tile off. But we could put it like right there. I'm not sure why it won't let me build it here. Oh, I think because it does consider the adjacent walls to interact with it. Even tiles! You're sleepy. I'm sleepy too. Do you all think that it is maybe a good time for... Uncle, did you do it? No? You forgot to cure their liver. Put a band-aid on it. Come on, Tongle. Just a band-aid. And then we're gonna rescue them. Nar, sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy. Do, 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 do. Band-aid. Alright, well done. Well done, Tongle. That was all I needed you to do. Capture them. My prisoner! Before you get too tired, you need to do some adulting, and then get an early night. Thank you for being here, Nalo. I will have a good rest of my day. I just know it. But thank you very much. Enjoy your time zone. I will take care. Okay, we have a prisoner named Slate. It is pretty cold in the colony. Pretty dang cold. Ooh, pretty. Disturb sleep outdoors. I've been outside too much recently. 8 non-fungus plant cooked. Sad youngsters. Beggars not helped. Who did I not help? Oh, I think those were the people who were at the bottom of the map. Elite expectations and trees defiled. I'm trying not to defile trees. I am thinking... Wants to play. Tired. Darth Strider. You've seen me raiding RimWorld, so you decided to check me out. Well, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. Happy you decided to stop by. I'm a tree defiler. I don't know what trees I'm defiling. I actually find that all a little bit perplexing. Unless it's considering the fire to be defiling trees. Under the new monument? The monument's not even placed. Trees are the enemy. My ideology. They really enjoy trees. This group. Nice, Beefy Ball Guy. Hi, hello, Tangent. You recently fired up RimWorld again. 3 days into a new run, 2 of your 3 pawns spent most of their 3 days either dazed or wandering around not doing work. Sounds about right. That's RimWorld for you. I used to be a Jess until I turned into a defiler of trees. I guess that's the case, yeah. I suppose so. Anyone get the reference? Nope. JSOG might, but JSOG is AFK for 20 minutes. Unassigned prisoner. Wow! This prisoner is a psychopath who literally does nothing but fight. And art. Boop. Being a musical kid, an assassin. It's an assassin. Assassin disables everything. Except art. Normally I would say, like, you know, I don't care if you're not that useful, but that's really not very useful. Oh, I used to be an adventurer until I took an arrow to the knee. Okay, I do get that reference. I do get that reference. You have made your FO4 Death Claws 90% tougher and 40% faster than vanilla, and you were immediately humbled for your hubris. Your Fallout 4 Death Claws. Fallout 4. Did we end up with a friendly faction? They are neutral. We were 2 points away from becoming allied. Or is it 85%? Nope, it's 75%. We were 2 points away from making allies. That is... Inspired taming. Are the Thrumbos still here? Please tell me the Thrumbos are still here. They left! Randy, you're so mean! Big butthead. You could have had a pet Thrumbo. Yeah, so Spiffy Ball Guy, your reference was too many elements changed that it went right over my head. So this is kind of a useless inspired taming because there's nothing I would like to tame. I was just about to do something though, was it? No idea. Someone stole my sweet roll. No, but I wouldn't mind having a sweet roll. That sounds quite good. I'm actually hungry. We're gonna have to make Chum-Li like a better bed or something. I don't really know what to do with you. You have elite expectations. Which means we just need to make the whole colony more better. We have to make the colony more better. If you're watching FG play Tectonica, you think she's hooked. I've been watching her play it as well. I requested a key for it, and I just never heard back. So I was like, okay. I guess I'm not playing. Okay. Hello, Oscar. Hello, how are you doing? Why do my pawns look like prison inmates? Because they're wearing super fancy clothes, of course. They're wearing Devil Strand. And Devil Strand is cool. Duh. I think I'm gonna build more shelves. Here and here, and I'll make those specifically for component storage. How do we have tattered apparel? Pants? Oh my goodness. Pants. Those are kids' pants. Wear these instead. Who else has tattered apparel? Square pants? Spare parts. Spare pants. What is tattered? Spare parts. You don't need to wear that. And then progenitor. Your hat. No tattered apparel. Hi, JPGH. Definitely thought this was Prison Architect for a second. No! It's RimWorld. They're all just wearing Devil Strand. Hi, Rakudo. Nice to see you. And hi, Pinkenstein. Nice to see you as well. That's a lot of coke. That's a lot. That's quite a bit of coke. Quite a bit. How are you all doing today, friends? Oh, it's been 3.5 hours, and I'm feeling really antsy and hungry. I think I might go and make lunch. I only had a small smoothie for breakfast, and it's made its way through me. I think it might be lunchtime. As daily, that's a lot of coke. That's a lot. So all we need to do is wait for this outer wall to be built, and then we can remove a bit of the inner wall that's in here. And in doing so, who's starving? Tiny Bolt. Why? Way back when, the creators of Prison Architect gifted Tynan with a lot of graphical assets to start his game. Yeah, they do. They did. That's why Prison Architect and RimWorld look so similar. Slate has died from a heart attack. Oh no. That was like quick. Quick as heck. Alright, chat, do you want to play some words on stream? Because I need to eat some food before I start getting hangry. It's not gonna be long now. I'm gonna get hangry soon. You don't want to see that happen. When I return, we should play more RimWorld. Well, yeah, some RimWorld. I say so. Numbers on stream, chat Sudoku. Oh, that'd be really cool. Why has nobody made chat Sudoku? I'm not really sure how that would work, but yeah, that'd be super neat. Anyways, angry, hangry hippos. I'm gonna be